So Andrew Tate got arrested, and this video response he made to Greta Thunberg is what tipped the police off that the two brothers were together in the house. They were then swatted and have been held for questioning. In this video we'll be reacting to the body language he gives off when responding to Greta, and also the very clever and manipulative tactics he uses to defeat his opponents in a debate. So let's take a look.
Release some greenhouse gases. I'm obviously a stranger to online controversy. It's not something I often do. But now, the mainstream press is commenting on the fact that I was informing Greta that my very extensive car collection with internal combustion engines, which run on dead dinosaurs, have an enormous emission profile. And she replied by telling me her own email address. Greta's email address is, I have small dick energy. Why would that be your own email address, Greta? Strange. I mean, also, I don't want to assume her gender. It's 50-50, but it is what it is.
So Tate does what's commonly referred to as the straw man argument. Greta made a very funny quip about Tate having a small penis when he bragged about his extensive car collection. Instead of responding to the quip directly, he instead employs the straw man tactic of deliberately misinterpreting the message that she sent in order to make her seem weird and strange. Greta's message is obviously a joke, and Tate fully knows this. But by deliberately misunderstanding it and acting as if she genuinely used that as her email, it allowed him to avoid addressing the actual message of the joke, which is that he is compensating for his small dick. Politicians use this as a quick method of avoiding scrutiny, and it really does work. As for his body language, it's completely scripted. When he puts his hand on his chin and looks up to appear as though he's actually considering why she would use that as her email address, he's forcing it. Face touching is a pacifying behavior and clearly out of line with what he's saying. This is called desynchronization. It doesn't have any cohesion. He's calm and collected on one hand, and on the other hand then he pacifies. It doesn't add up and shows that he's acting here. He knows Greta tried to insult him as a joke.
I'm not actually mad at Greta. Please bring me pizza and make sure that these boxes are not recycled. Thank you. So I'm not actually mad at Greta, right? Because she doesn't realize she's been programmed. She doesn't realize she's a slave of the Matrix. She thinks she's doing good. Someone has sat her down and convinced her to try and convince you to beg your government to tax you into poverty to stop the sun from being hot. And then, because I called her out on it, the global Matrix got this bot farm to like and retweet and all this bot commenting to try and pretend that her telling me that she has a small dick in her own email address somehow teaches me a lesson.
Tate is again clever here. He dismisses the overwhelming support for Greta's tweet as being caused by a bot farm, whilst providing no evidence whatsoever for this claim. He then for the second time uses the straw man argument that he deliberately misinterpreted to then attack and criticize Greta. It's a genius tactic that works really well on the feeble-minded. He's deliberately making excessive eye contact here as a way to appear more dominant. Eye contact is confrontational, and if you watch Andrew Tate in his many online videos, you will see him employ this tactic of excessive eye contact. It's a great way of appearing more intimidating and influential. It's also why he randomly raises his voice. He's mastered the art of body language, and I'm really impressed.
Welcome to a new episode of The Clown Show. But now I know, at least, that Greta, with a little hate-filled face, bitter, sitting somewhere without the heating on, in the cold, a little hat, shivering, use my tweets, which is going to make my Twitter account far more fun into eternity.
So if you haven't seen my other video, basically this pizza delivery tipped off the Romanian SWAT that both Andrew and his brother Tristan were currently in the house. This gave them the green light to go ahead with the raid, and only a few hours later they were taken into custody. I believe in innocent until proven guilty, so I won't make any comment on this, but what I will say is that they wouldn't have thrown away the opportunity to arrest Tate if they didn't have a good reason. And it's been 24 hours since it happened and he still hasn't been released, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens next. Thanks for watching.